Hey friends, it's Megan, and today we are at the end of my top 100 favorite baby name countdown. Yes, counting down my favorite names 10 to 1 now. This whole series was started by the wonderful Amelia Ann. Go check out her channel. I've got it linked down below in the description box. Give her some love. Yeah, so now my updated top 10. I did an updated top 10 just in January, right after the new year, 2014, because I thought that's in like the right time to do it. My top 10 has already changed since then. So any lover of names, if you make name lists, you know your number 4 name may swap with your number 7 name from week to week. But as of right now, here are my top 10 names. So at spot number 10, for girls, I have Elizabeth. This might be a wee bit narcissistic of me because Elizabeth is my own middle name. It is a family name for me. There are lots of cool literary ties that my mom thought of when giving me this name. She actually probably would have just named me Elizabeth had it been up to her as a first name at least. It's such a beautiful classic name. It's been popular since names have been recorded, and I definitely see why. One of the things I love about Elizabeth is the potentials for so many wonderful nicknames because I love a good nickname. At number 10 for boys, I have River. River has that ver sound that I absolutely adore, like ever, river. And I love what a river is. I love that it's a nature name. I am not super daring when it comes to names. River would be like a little bit daring for me, but I don't think it's too out there or unusable. I love how it sounds. Okay, at spot number 9 for girls, I have Aurora. Aurora had jumped out of my top 10 just a little bit for the last year or two, and recently I've just been loving it again. I think it's a really strong sounding female name. It's bold, it's beautiful, and vibrant and powerful, and of course I love the nickname Rory for it. At number 9 for boys, I have Dylan. This was a name I really liked when I was younger, and then I started liking Declan more. Now I like Dylan more. Declan is my number 19 name currently, and does this ever happen to you where you meet a little child with a name and it makes you like that name all the more? So I met a little Dylan not too long ago and I was like, oh, he's so cute, I love that name. So yeah, that's why it's migrated back into my top 10. Okay, at spot number 8 for girls, I have Madeline. I also really like Madeline. Madeline is number 13 for me. Both of those are gorgeous. I wouldn't use both, if, in a sibling set, but Madeline, I love the nickname Maddie, but I think Madeline just on its own sounds so gorgeous on a woman. It's almost like a softness to it, and I can see it aging really, really well. At number 8 for boys, I have Connor. I have loved this name for a long time, and for a long time my mom has not loved this name. But I suspect if she had a little grandchild named Connor, she would come to love it. I think Connor has this really warm, welcoming, Irish, wholesome sound to it. Okay, at number 7 for girls, I have Imogen. I love the name Imogen, but everybody that I love in my life around me does not love this name. It's one I doubt I'll be able to use, but I can't take it out of my top 10 yet. I just can't. So in the book and movie Fried Green Tomatoes, there's a character named Imogen Threadgood. Although I think she has an E at the end of Imogen, I'm not quite sure. I prefer this spelling. She went by the nickname Iggy, but I would use the nickname Immy in a heartbeat. I think Immy is so, so cute, and I just love Imogen, how it sounds on its own too. At number 7 for boys, I have Dominic. Dominic is a name that my brother Sean likes as well, and he usually raises an eyebrow at almost every name that I mention to him. I always torture him when we're driving together somewhere. I'm like, what do you think of this name, and this name, and this name? I love the nicknames Dom and Nick and Nico for it. I feel like when I mention the name Dominic in groups with men tend to like this name. It gets a thumbs up from them, whatever that means. Okay, at spot number 6 for girls, I have Genevieve or Genevieve. I love both pronunciations, but I would use Genevieve. So I was talking about this name with my boyfriend recently, and he mentioned that he liked it, and when he said that, this name went skyrocketing up on my list. I think it's so stunning. It's just grandiose and gorgeous, and I love lots of nicknames for Genevieve as well. I would probably use the nickname Evie. I think that is beyond adorable. Okay, at number 6 for boys, I have Everon. So Everon is a new name to my top 10. You might not have heard me talk about this one too much. a couple of months ago, did a video on Turkish names, and that's where I discovered the name Everon. And then not too long after that, Alexia May had this name on her Instagram, which is Names Daily. You should go follow her. Go follow me too. I'm TulipByAnyName. And so it's really just drawn my eye to this name. And like I said when I was talking about River, I love that Ever sound. I love Ever as a nickname to Everon. And there's something really familiar to me about the name Everon, even though it's not a name I've heard much at all. That ending sound sounds like a lot of popular boys' names right now. So yeah, what do you think of Everon? Alright, let's crack into my top 5 names I really would consider using. So for girls, I have Elodie. Elodie is another name that is new to my top 10, and I don't know why. I've always loved this name. I love how it sounds. Let's just say it, Elodie. Elodie, it's so like light and airy and romantic. It is absolutely gorgeous. I love this name, obviously. Okay, at number 5 for boys, I have Elias. If you can tell, I've got a thing for E-names. I adore the nickname Eli, but I like Elias just on its own. I think it's really got like an interesting, different sound. I know a lot of people are paying attention to this name recently, but I love it. Oh. Okay, at number 4 for girls, I have Amelia. So I also like Amelia with an A. That was number 22 for me. Both of these names are definitely on the rise, but I like I said, I like a lot of E names, so I prefer the E spelling. And my favorite nickname for girls of all time is Emmy, and I love the idea of using the nickname Emmy for a little Amelia. At number 4 for boys, I have Oliver. Definitely a name lots of people are loving as well. It has a great sound. I love Oliver as a first name or a middle name. I do think the nickname Ollie would be really cute, like on a little tiny boy. But I love Oliver just on its own. I love how it sounds. It's really rich and like satisfying for me to say. At number 3 for girls, I have Lydia. Lydia has moved up on my list recently, and honestly, it's just a name I can really see myself using. I can picture having a daughter named Lydia. It's really feminine and classic, and it comes with a cute nickname, Liddy, and those are 3 things I love in a girl's name, like feminine, classic, and a cute nickname, Lydia. Love it. At number 3 for boys, I have Gabriel. There's just something about Gabriel and Gabe that I love. I've loved this name since I was a small child. I love Gabriel both as a first name and a middle name. Okay, on to number 2. At number 2 for girls, I have Lillian. Lillian is so timeless and romantic to me. I like the nickname Lily, but I do like Lillian just on its own as well. I love that Ilian sound that are in names like Lillian, Killian, Jillian. Yeah, it's really satisfying to me to say as well. At number 2 for boys, I have Benjamin, another name I know I've talked about so much. I've loved this name really since forever. As a child, I carried around and slept with a bear that I named Benjamin Bear, or Ben Bear. I blogged about him a while ago. I love other Ben names as well, like Bennett was my number 11 name, and I keep trying to convince myself to like other less popular Ben names, but I just keep coming back to Benjamin. There's something about it that I really love. And then my number 1 baby names of the moment. For girls, I have Emmeline. This should not be a shock to you if you watch any of my videos. I talk about it so much. This is just a name like I have no words for it. I think it's beyond beautiful. I have loved it since I was a child. It's long, it's lovely. Emmeline. I could use my favorite nickname Emmy for it. Gorgeous. And my number 1 boy's name at the moment is Lucas. I love how Lucas sounds in different languages. Lucas comes to mind. There's other pronunciations too. I really love just the nickname Luke too on its own. I think it's really strong and handsome and simple sounding, but in a good way. And part of that thing with it sounding good in different languages, I think that'd be cool if you had a name that sounded good if you were like a traveler. So there you have it. That ends my countdown. Thank you all of you who have been watching all 10 of these videos. My goodness, I've got them all linked in the description box below if you need to go back and watch any of them. Thanks for taking this little journey with me, talking about favorite names. Let me know what some of your favorite names are in the comments below, and I will see you soon for the next video. Bye-bye.